Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to episode 23 of SANDWALLS, The Armored Heart. So, today we are going to see the creation of a new artifact, and I hope that we are somehow going to fulfill the petition for the lazy laborers, which seem to be the one guild hall which doesn't ever get anywhere with the value. Libash is by now a pretty decent engraver, but she just doesn't seem to get the job done properly to increase the value of this place decently enough. Let's see what will happen after these engravings are done. So that's only one part for today. So going outside again, up here, the fortress is mostly defined by now. So let's see what we will do today in terms of this area. I want to see if I can already set up a couple of temples that are missing. And we are going to work a little bit more on the library to be. That is the other thing that I had on my mind. And of course, we're going to check out who's going to get the bedroom of the day. So let's check with the artifact being made here in the metal forge. You know, these are historical forges. We are not dismounting them because of that. Alright, we also have excavated an entirely new apartment / living area. So this lowest level of the city is now, with these add-ons, also fully kitted out to have a day-by-day life. I really am sort of sad to see how complete SANDWALLS feels at many ends. So I do foresee that we might be done in less than a dozen episodes here. Because the fort itself, it is not that much work anymore. It is the scenario quest that I've set up for myself that I haven't fulfilled yet. I've been thinking lately about what kind of materials would SANDWALLS need to deliver on a huge basis to call it an expeditionary force. I thought about anvils, of course, and backpacks. I realized that backpacks should play a big role. Picks and battle axes, of course. I was really wondering what are the typical things that a new embarking expedition does need. So feel free to drop me your ideas in the comment section, what you think that SANDWALLS definitely needs to produce in huge amounts before it can call itself ready to fund the expeditions to come. So we are going to finish that sector of the city in a slow burn manner. Just preparing the area. I mean, I did this mostly to gather up new mudstone for the fort, but I mean, we are taking this pleasant byproduct here, of course. Just realized that I'm making things harder than necessary. I just need to wait until the floor is put down, and then I can just assign the smoothing like this. Silly me. Okay, a trader's ready to trade. Oh yeah, the trader. I forgot that one from yesterday. So let's send the broker first before we send any goods, so we can estimate what kind of things we will buy there. No need to put all the gems on the trade depot, because they are needed these days. You know, we're needing our gemstones. So there is leather and meat. Fish and plants and more food and more food. Yeah, so no. Thanks, but no. That is just not what we are craving for. Okay. Turns out Goden came back to her senses and just forbid us to sell any of the precious toy hammers we made for her. Guess she's going now a little while into her apartments and doesn't want to be disturbed with her new toys, or however that works for her. I don't judge. So, Mebzuth. Mebzuth, the legendary stonecutter. Mebzuth, the diagnostician. Huh. Why is his job displayed as a diagnostician? Is he actually the doctor here? We're going to go and feature this fine chap Haven't seen him since a while. Yeah, Mebzuth is our official diagnostician, together with Bear. I didn't visit my medical dwarves regularly enough. So, Mebzuth, how's life? He turned into a legendary stonecutter. I guess that is just how much he was working. She was working. I'm sorry. The gender confusion with dwarves. So she was working hard on the realization of the fort. So let's check out her memories. Mebzuth is a latecomer to the fort, and she liked her bath. Amazing. Apart from that, she had really good memories about remembering a fine, tastefully arranged traction bench. Things only medical dwarfs can enjoy, I guess. Empathy remembering somebody's death. Became more altruistic and learned to value peace. Interesting. These things do something with them. Now, so far so good. What about your preferences? Realgar. I can't even remember that I've seen that ever. Cries of praise. Jute paper. Pale pink. Gauntlets. Yeah, okay, at least something. Drones. Okay, we can put a drone into your bedroom. That should work. Crutches. Huh, I like that one. So that means Mebzuth will receive one of those apartments that will have a little bit more room, because she needs a few more pedestals than the others. Because we're going to put some gauntlets and a crutch, obviously, on the pedestal. So let's see. I think I'm going to go for one of the Niners. These are, after all, the largest rooms. So the bed and the usual suspects. Since she doesn't prefer any specific material, we're not going to go for anything too fancy here. But with the throne, we can go a little bit crazy. So, I mean, I sadly don't have any raw bismuth. That would be really ideal. We only have bismuth bronze, but I think if somebody likes bismuth, this won't tickle their fancy. So, yeah, let's make a steel throne. Hell yeah. There we go. Okay. So, what else? Ah, yeah, the pedestals. Sorry, I needed some tea. These days, hay fever is nearly killing me. But it can't stop me from dolphin around. So, jokes aside, I have really good hay fever meds, but it's just bothersome. That is what it is. Especially since the brain ain't braining as I want it to anymore. We're going to need 2 of these. And I think before anything stupid happens, we are going to assign this one to Mebzuth right away. Because otherwise, I know my scatterbrained me, I'll be forgetting about that in no time. So, let's see. We're also going to need those gauntlets. I'm going to make them, of course, also out of steel. Because your favorite items should be definitely made out of something fancy. So, we're going to, I think this is other objects. Yeah, let's make another steel one. So, am I looking for the wrong item? I think I am looking for the wrong name. So, how's your preference item called again? Jeez. No, it's a crutch. So, I was so sure you could make a steel crutch. Yes, you can. Which menu is it, huh? So, it ain't other objects. Is it? Yes, it is not. Oh, jeez. I mean, it would be it would be too much to ask for to find your crutches like that. I really hope that this gets fixed one day. Yeah, I have literally no clue where to find these. Interesting. I never asked myself, where will I find crutches? They're not armor, so let's search them. Are they metal clothing? Nah, that's only the adamantine thing. I don't care. We are going to order that like this. If it's that what it needs, I will beat the user interface one battle at a time. Well, sometimes it is what you need to do. Moody Dwarf can't find needed item. So, yeah, I gotta say, this thing saves lives. It seems that wooden logs are missing. I saw something about logs along these lines. Yep. So, let's kill some trees, Jurist. For the artifacts. I bet that'll trigger another agitation wave. But with the new user interface tools, it feels almost as if it is too easy. But I think it is not. That's not true. I think it's totally okay. Because this game is so darned detailed. There's so darned many things going on at one time that I think it is just fine to make things a tad bit easier. And just like I have feared, the Lazy Labors are not quite a grand guild hall yet, but they are stuck at almost 10 grand. So I think we just need to lob another big fat statue with a decent value here. Doma's Razor Armor. And let's see. And Aban Swordlocked. Yeah, why not? Gotta be 2, otherwise the symmetry sucks. But I think we then have finally fulfilled our quota, our promise. Gotta say, it is one fancy guild hall, though. That's what I'm talking about. These things happen to me way more often if I have hay fever. Like these little slips in my mouse control. It sucks. Anyways, so let's see how things will go out. Moody Dwarf can't find item. Tree dies. Notification should disappear. Yep. It changed. Good. So let's head back to this place. So the gauntlet is done. Oh, sheesh. It is a pair, so we are devaluing. Whatever. I don't care. So there will be now a singular gauntlet left. And it's all my fault. There we go. Can I actually put both on the pedestal? Let's try that. I never tried to put 2 items at the same time on there. But it seems as if... No biggie. Okay. So, yeah, we gotta see where the crutch is actually going to get made at. Don't know yet, but it is just fine. Okay, so let's head back to the jewelers and see if they did some work already on the altars. So, singular works here, right? This one has a decent value. Okay. It's looking good. There's a couple of them which are worth quite something, and there's a couple of them more which aren't worth anything, basically. But I mean, at the same time, we gotta see that our good friend Erdem Dweller Stockade, she's really working hard. She is really working hard. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that she can work even harder. So, where's the gems? So, jewelry. We just make jewelry now a entire detail. And Erdem was her name, right? Here we go. So So she's going to do that and only that. This way, we are going to make sure that she doesn't dawdle her time with other things that aren't as important anymore. Nice. Okay, so meanwhile, Unu is seriously injured. Unu, what happened? I mean, you killed like 38 things. I didn't check with you a episode, and you on a killing spree. 39. So turns out it's having a blast with those elk birds. It's just demolishing these. So health-wise, it is quite battle scarred. Jeez, that is a lot of wounds. That is one scary beast. So Unu, a great beakless parrot. I mean, that alone sounds really like a miserable existence. Does really good job in keeping the caverns clean. It's like having a subterranean Roomba, with the downside that you can't really access your living room anymore, so it's a bad Roomba. Demonic Roomba, basically. Anyways, so let's see. This thing will take forever, but well, it's in the making, and obviously we can have double gauntlet on the display. Wonderful. Just realized that if we have Mebzuth, we can't really leave out the chief medical dwarf Bear. That would be unfair. So, Bear, how's life? You became a great rusty surgeon. That doesn't sound too trustworthy. But either way, I mean, this also means that our city is so gosh darn safe that she really didn't have much work in her life. Ah, there she lies. So, well, I think with her, we're going to make a exception from the rule. I just realized she has her bedroom right next to the hospital. We can't do a bedroom upstairs for her. She would be super mad about that. She doesn't want that because, you know, obvious reasons. Olivine. Ah, good taste. I love that stuff too. Lead Bonopal. I don't know if we have Bonopal. I need to check. Green glass. Alright, that's an easy one. Coral. Pale pink. Spears. We can make a spear. Corkscrews. Jeez, I could go and make an entire theater for this woman. So, llama cheese. We could even make llama cheese, I think. We have llamas. Well. Anyways, we don't have lead. Let's check for the Bonopal. I don't think that we have Bonopal. I think I need to check with cut gem for C. Cut gems. It is just madness. We got Cherry Opal, Gold Opal, Bonopal. Huh. I only knew where that stuff came from now. Well, that is going too far. So we're going to make now a bit of green glass furniture. And at that point, let's make sand collecting and green glass producing a regular task. That is really something that we should do. So, sand bearing items. If the amount of sand bearing items is less than 1, you do this. First step, daily restart, and this way you collect sand. And let's make sure that we got always some raw green glass on the store. So whenever that is, yeah, well, let's leave it like a 10. Why not? So we can make a whole lot of good things for this lady. Okay, so fort is coming together, except for the fact that I'm getting entirely lost in these little bedrooms for my dwarves. I hope you guys don't mind. I mean, after all, it is one layer of the game that is just important. So we're going to go for the altars up here. So for these, I would need double altars. Well, let's not go too crazy with the decorations on these. Oh, that's a wrong placement. Because I really don't want to go too far. Alright, but I do realize one thing. This copper cabinet is a family heirloom. No, we are really short on metals. We really gotta do something because this is just not cutting it. Shigosnist. What a glorious item. So it even has a artwork of somebody getting crowned to a queen on it. Yeah, well, you keep it until you die. The banner of shadows will outlast this greedy dwarf. I mean, being greedy as a dwarf is not necessarily a crime. Quite the opposite, I think. Okay, let's make some nice engraved walls for the fellas. And look at that! Unib. She is blissful after sleeping in a fantastic bedroom. I mean, the thing is, the more of the items that the dwarves love have around them, the happier they become. I want to try out in this run whether or not you can make the people super extra happy and creating unique memories of being close to something that they like. I never tried that. So that's what we're going to do. So, the temple, height established. Augur's West Tunnel, trade twilight and dusk. Dust or dusk? Well, we'll find out in future episodes there. Oh yeah, there's no dance floor this way. I don't give a bloody. This whole dance floor thing is quite bugging me out. You see, the altar placement is actually wrong in terms of gameplay, but whoopsie. I'm not down with putting things back now. Doran Jade Guild, the god of wealth. I completely forgot about that. I think these might work. That's a 5, and that's a 5. Yeah, these two temples have working dance halls, dance floors, whatever. So, are you guys saying that we have so many deities that all have just one worshipper? I feel as if we are living with Hindus. Thousands of gods. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to not establish any of these temples then, and just leave them as meeting areas where people can go to and enjoy the altar. We are going to go and make one important temple here, and that's the ecumenical temple, with no specific deity, where all visitors are welcome. It's just a shrine as of yet. We need to put down some engravings. Okay. So that means we are going to have room for whatever here. I really still have no clue what these are going to be. I mean, the good part is we have now room for any organized religions showing up eventually. So the bedroom for Bear, I'm going to delay that for another episode because she has so many fits that I really need to prepare things accordingly. No, we are going to draw finally some walls into the library here. So we got lots of doors here. So we're going to make it like, let's see, I want to have the hallway separated from the library as good as possible, or the stairway, that is. But easier said than done. Going to need a connection like that. The cool part about Dwarf Fortress architecture is that we can, as a matter of fact, connect several rooms that have no physical connection to one library. So, oh yeah, that is what this is going to be. We're going to make ourselves a library that is spread over several rooms. Let's try that. I never tried that before, but I know that the system of Dwarf Fortress can handle that very, very well. Doesn't even flinch about that. That's a pretty decent thing. I mean, most games that I usually play, they are totally noping out the idea of one facility spread over several rooms. This game can handle. Anyways, so that's going to be the library. Yes, I finally know how I want to do it. This is nice. The only problem is that we're still struggling with the mudstone, but hey, take the good news, my friends. We are finally done with the lid. I don't know how to make the throne room yet, but you see, we don't need to know everything at once. At the same time, I am quite disturbed about the fact that we aren't a barony yet. It is almost as if this this civilization isn't ready for that yet. I mean, in terms of the narrative, I don't mind that SANDWALLS is not receiving the honors. I really don't, because it is actually making quite a lot of sense to me. Now then, let's go back prospecting. So this is one of our biggest issues. It is the lack of metal in here. So let's see what we can do about that. We excavated a huge chunk here in the search of some tetrahedrite. We did extract some, but the results were really ridiculous. So let's see if we can find some more here. But all in all, we really could use a shake-up with some cave dwellers. But yeah. Caverns, to keep them safe, really safe, are a lot of work. Because you never know when the when the next visit comes from the local web splitter department. It boils down to everybody gangster until the web splitter comes. You know, it's just like everything is fine until the web splitter hits town. These things are so blatantly overpowered these days that they basically lock me out of the caverns. The only way you could resolve that issue would be to just have a cheese running. That means having a really good trap that just you can lock these beasties into. That's the only way that I know of that really works out well. So I did make a steel crutch. Where did it go? Where did it go, Eurist? So I bet I know where it did go. It did go into the hospital. So that sucks. So do I now need to make enough steel crutches until the time has come that the hospital is satisfied? Is it that? Let's check with the chest here. Plumwood crutch. Plumwood crutch. Or is it in transit currently? That could be also the case. Let's check back in a hot minute or next episode. We'll see about that. Okay. One trader is still willing to trade. I don't know what to do about that. Except for we should actually do one thing. And that is, what's our most valuable goods these days? Statues, I'd say. But we don't have any valuable statues anymore, so forget about that idea. I was considering dropping one on their caravan just to say thanks. Put it back to the homeland, you see. Okay. Meanwhile, in the archery barracks, damn. That's nice. They turned themselves into talented marksdwarfs by the time. And yeah, place is looking shiny. So yeah, here goes. I voluntarily struck a hole into the wall here to find out what's behind it. Easiest way to get the job done. We're now using closest materials to fill the hole. And there we go. So the big pain about this biome that we are, or this mountain subterranean area, however we want to call it, the big pain about it is that the entirety of our metal is scattered all over these gosh darn pillars that, yeah, well, you see what kind of pain they are. Anyways, we're making fine progress. This place has some interesting challenges on itself. I really gotta say that I didn't foresee the problematics that this place has in store for us, especially the real weirdness considering the metal distribution. It is not as if this place doesn't have much metal, it is just distributed in a way that it is so hard to access. It's like, yeah, you see what I'm talking about. Anyways, my good friends, thanks for watching. Drop me your comments down below. We're going to continue the adventures of SANDWALLS tomorrow, and I really hope you enjoyed your stay. Leave me a thumbs up if so, to make the algorithm know that it can really recommend this to other people as well. And of course, drop a subscription if you haven't already, and check out the description box. There are so many links down there. You can see many other series of Dwarf Fortress that I made before in a previous world. And there's also, of course, my Discord, my Twitch channel, where I also do stream. And there is my Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee accounts, where you can dump discreetly some help for this project of mine. And of course, last but not least, there's also a YouTube channel membership system that you can use to early access the things that I have uploaded before they get aired, because yeah, that's my way of saying thanks for supporting. And enough of that jibber jabber. Thanks for supporting the channel if you do so, and thanks for watching these series until the very bitter end. I appreciate. See you guys next time. Bye bye.